Hello everyone. So this morning I would like to go over the accounting equation. There are actually three ways in which you can represent the equation, but before I get into that, I want to explain the parts or elements of the accounting equation. There are three parts, which are assets, liabilities, and capital. Assets are what the business owns, okay? Liabilities are what the business owes, and capital is the investment made by the owner. Those are the three parts, okay? So using those definitions and parts, I would like to go over the three representations of the accounting equation. But first, let us assume that we are starting a business, okay? So let's say that the owner in this case wants to start a business with $8,000 as capital. But let's say that that $8,000 is not enough to start the business. So he needs to get additional capital or funds by borrowing. So let's say that he's able to secure a loan at the bank for $2,000. So the capital or the investment made by the owner of $8,000 plus the liability of $2,000 will be brought to the assets of the business, which will add up to $10,000. Using these three figures at the top, I would like to explain the three representations of the accounting equation. So the first one, let us assume that we do not know what assets equal to, okay? So the first representation is assets equals liabilities to capital, okay? So in this case, the unknown is assets, okay? But we do have a total liability and we do have a total for capital. So then we can use this equation by saying liabilities $2,000 plus capital $8,000. If you add those up, you would end up with your total assets being $10,000, which is the same figure I have here at the top, okay? The other representation is capital equals to assets minus liabilities. So to use this equation and the figures at the top again, let us assume that we do not know capital, okay? And let's see if the equation works in this case. So we're looking for capital, okay? But we do have total assets, which is equals to $10,000 minus liabilities, which we know is $2,000. We subtract, and our capital in this case would be $8,000, okay? Which is the same number I have at the top. And the last representation is liabilities equals assets minus capital, okay? So in this case, let us assume that we do not know what our total liabilities are, okay? We're looking for liabilities, but we do have total assets, which is $10,000 minus your capital, which is $8,000. If we subtract that, we end up with liabilities of $2,000, which is the same number that we have here at the top, okay? So with that, I conclude the